Hello there, welcome to another talk, another meditation, because all my talks are meditations, I always say that. And today's talk is called There is Absolutely Nothing Here. But, saying there's absolutely nothing here, what is nothing? Nothing is that which cannot be, it can't be defined. No one can define what nothing actually is. That's the problem when you start to go into the nothingness or the nothing. Because when you say there's nothing here, you've got your imagination is trying to see that nothing as whatever it's seeing it as. And it'll come up with a concept or an idea or an imagination of what that absolutely nothing is. But again, that's a concept, that's an idea, that's your imagination. But nothing, absolutely nothing, could never be defined, because you wouldn't exist to know, you wouldn't be able to. But at the same time, because everything would have to arise from nothing, because everything would have to arise from absolutely nothing, it means that everything still is that, or whatever that nothing is. And but there's madness, because so if everything comes from nothing, it means everything is nothing. But nothing can't be, nothingness is that which cannot be defined, but yet people label everything as this or that or the next thing, and it's like I always say, it's insanity, because it's insane to repeat something that cannot be defined, isn't it? You know what I mean? And everything, at some point, logic suggests that at some point there has to be a point where there's nothing. I'm talking about before a God, before, you know what I mean? I'm not a scientist or expert, but my logical mind does believe that at some point there has to be nothing, no existence. But my mind, when it thinks about that, will have an imagination of what that is. But a true non-existence you couldn't define it, because you wouldn't exist to have a mind to define it. You see? But as it is, everything would have had to come from nothing at some point. Yes, so we're all that nothing. That's what the oneness means. As I've said, it means that you're the one nothing, one infinity, one infinite nothing. But yeah, and everything is nothing. And that is what cannot be defined. But yet here we are with everything's got a label to it. They label everything. They just make it up, right? And because it's nothing, once upon a time it wouldn't have had a name, and it's just nothing, came from nothing, arise from nothing, because nothingness has no reason to arise, does it? It doesn't have any reason to have anything. But what they done is they labelled everything, named everything, but like I always repeat, I always say this, and it's true, that the insanity begins once you start repeating it and believing it. You see? See, people talk about Kundalini and Tantric energy and all this, massive frequencies. It's like, certain drugs can mimic these energies, like MDMA and amphetamines and things. But that energy is actually the Kundalini energy, the tantric energy, which is actually nothingness. You see? But it's accessed when a lot of people that reach enlightenment and access that energy, the drug energy, but it's like limitless power of it. They have to practice presence, and what they're doing is when you're in the present moment, you're accessing into that nothingness core, whatever that is, and that's where the Kundalini and all this stuff is. I'm not going off topic. It's connected to this talk. So when you enter into the absolutely nothing here, into the core presence of mindfulness meditation, that is the pathway to it, but it's within absolute nothing. But within that, somewhere in there, is a force, life force, Kundalini, tantric awareness, and this force is like spontaneous, energetic aliveness, euphoria, orgasmicness. And certain drugs mimic this type of energy, and they make those drugs illegal. So you can think in your mind why they would do that. I'm talking about pharmaceutical drugs, and their experts could easily make it as they do, but they don't want you to be reminded of that, you see. But there's a wave that's happening in this reality where there's a mass spiritual awakening going on, and that's the way it is. But what is this reality, and what is the awakening, and what is everything's going on? It's basically an experience, a dream. It's an experience, like I say, an experience, a life, a dream. It's not to be taken too seriously. You see? A lot of people, they take life too seriously. And when you realise that there's nothing here, and nothing can ever be defined, it's all concepts and stories and imagination, and think people make it up. You stop taking life so seriously. You see? And then you start to open up yourself energetically to this force I'm talking about, in this nothing. And deep within this nothingness, in what nothingness is, in that is what the force that people call God, and people say nothing came first, but within that nothing is God. The nothing is the God. You see? The nothing is the God. And within that nothing is God. So it means that because you're the infinite nothing, it means that you're God. You're the one nothing. You're the one infinity. You see? It means that Christ is not separate from you, because it's ultimately the same nothing. But yeah, that is that is the core essence of who we are. This force within nothing. That is life manifestation itself, and it doesn't have a reason to do it. It is for no reason. There's no reason. There's no reason for anything to exist if it doesn't exist once. A lot of people, they're like trying to find what's the reason. There's no reason. That's just your human mind talking, but it's nothing. It doesn't exist. So there's no reason for existence from non-existence. There's just no reason for it. It just is for no reason. So it's spontaneous. It's a spontaneous kind of force. But understanding that everything is nothing. So everything's got that infinity within it. Everything is that. It's almost like a still dream that we're in. You can touch things, it's physical. But I believe but it seems to me like the deeper you fall into the nothing, the deeper the dream experience. A bit like when you're sleeping at night and then you touch physical things in your dream. Because you're deep in sleep, you're deep in the nothing. But everything that I'm just saying is just concepts. It's all concepts, all stories, all ideas. I don't know anything. I'm just making it up. I don't know anything. There's absolutely nothing here, but I don't even know what nothing is. I don't even know where here is. Because my idea of here would be an idea of what I believe here is. So I don't know. I don't know anything. Because everything that comes out of me is just concepts and stories. And perspectives, made up ideologies. When you realise that, you just let it go. It's not that important. See, it's like I always say, my talks always go into meditations, but the way I am in my talks is the way I am in general. But yeah, so just don't take it anything seriously, let it go. It's not important. It's not a big deal. They take it serious, everything. They're all taking life seriously. They think it's so important. And the importance that they think it's just based on an idea in their mind. It's all ideas, concepts, stories, made up. It's all illusory. There's absolutely nothing here. And I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what nothing is. Because like I say, what I think nothing is going to be a concept, but nothing, or an idea, but nothing cannot be defined. Because to truly experience nothing would be no experience. So if we can experience things and everything has to come from nothing, and we're experiencing something now, then it means that we are just infinite life. But again, that's another concept. I just made that up. I don't know. I don't know anything. I mean, I feel like it's like I feel like I'm on a journey, but the more I go on that journey, the more I realise that I don't know anything. But that's where the power is. It's like that's where the source is. That's where the core is. But that again, that's more stories. The more I become aware that it's stories, it's like I believe that's enlightenment. But I'm just going to leave it there. For latest updates, talks, news, research and much more, please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.